What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Gumby and the Goobers back again. Today we're talking about Gilbert Arenas. I don't know if you guys saw, but Gilbert Arenas was drafting. He's an underdog partner. He was drafting Best Ball Manias, right? And he entered 150 drafts, and in all 150 of them, he would draft 4 quarterbacks, followed by 4 tight ends. So that's what we're talking about today. Brian, how you doing?
I'm probably doing better than Gilbert Arenas is after looking at some of his teams that he drafted. But you know what? They project well. He went with the elite quarterback, elite tight end build. So I'm not going to criticize it until after we have the data for this year, and then we'll probably be able to talk shit about it. But doing okay. Excited to talk about some of the new contests that Underdog launched over the last couple days. Not excited to talk about the Knicks when JMC inevitably appears in the chat. So, Anthony, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Guys, I mean, if you're ever wondering what really rich people do with all that millions of dollars that they have, there you go, right there. Gilbert Arenas, prime example. You got to spend it on something. So there you have it. 4 QB, 4 tight ends. Very, very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean, it's going to be a fun night. I mean, Brian, he thinks it's the Knicks funeral tonight. I mean, you should have wore black if you thought that was the case. But no, I'm definitely excited to, get this going with you guys. We had Memorial Day weekend. Last weekend means it's the unofficial start of summer, which summer just means we're one season closer to football season. So that's what I'm excited about. Excited to get started tonight.
That's true. And you know that if there's anything about the best ball community in May, it's that people get very, very upset about anything that happens. You got to draft your 2 7-8-2s, and if you don't draft those, you're going to get ridiculed by the best ball community. So everyone was very, very upset about Gilbert Arenas drafting 3 quarterbacks. So,
what are your thoughts on that?
Let the boys play. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's just funny, like the people are so against tools. Like, oh, you can't use the real-time assistance. It's ruining your edge in the draft. Then you get a guy just stumbling into 150 BBMs who clearly doesn't know anything about anything. His rankings were wrong. The position scarcity that he was targeting was obviously backwards. And then people are also complaining. So I felt I had sympathy last week for those that were complaining about the RTA, because I do agree that I think it is taking away a bit of the edge, just in terms of how you're drafting these structures. But then you can't have it both ways, where when Arenas is just doing stupid things, you can't. Both can't possibly be true. Those that are complaining about RTA cannot complain about Arenas. Those that complain about Arenas cannot care about RTA. And honestly, what would make me happiest is if people just shut up and drafted. I don't want to hear your takes on this. Like, you think you're a good drafter?
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't care about your takes about why you think this is so ridiculous. I just want to see you draft good teams. And if you can't adapt to what the room is doing, like if you see Arenas is drafting 4 quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds, you know what I'm doing? I'm not going to push a quarterback, because I'm going to make sure that the scarcity of the quarterback position is more, is less in that draft. So I'm just going to draft my quarterback maybe a round earlier than pushing it around like I usually will try to do. Same with tight end. You want to get an elite tight end? Take, Hawkinson a round or 2 earlier, because then you'll really just stretch out the room. So you want to tell me you're a good drafter? Adapt to what the draft is doing. Don't just get in your little box and know what round every player goes in, trying to build the same team just different ways.
That's the funniest part, is that like it's so funny because no one understands that like that's exactly where the edge comes from people drafting teams that have actually 0 chance to win, and even more is little chance to advance. So it's like you should be thanking Gilbert Arenas. He just donated $37.50 to the prize pool. Like there's like those teams have 0% chance to advance.
As smart as people are in the best ball community, like smart in terms of like academics and just sort of like game theory optimizing and that sort of thing, when it comes to like very obvious edges like this, people have to do better. That's what I'll say. Anthony, any thoughts?
No, I mean, I think you make a great point. Yeah, I mean, that's like you guys just said, that's where the edge comes in, is when you have these people who are idiots, for lack of a better word. That's where the edge comes in. And like you said, you got to be able to prove yourself, right? It's not like, this isn't just about like when everything is going to go a certain way, how good of a drafter are you? I mean, we say it about like our favorite sports teams, right? Like, how good of a team are you when you're down 5 with, a couple minutes left in the game? not just, when you have a big lead or when your starting pitcher throws 7 shutout innings or, so on and so forth. But you have to be able to do a draft, adapt to the room. And, like you guys already said, that's where the edge comes in. So it's just kind of, it's really funny, honestly. Not that I really knew about this Gilbert Arenas thing, but it's really funny that people are actually complaining about this.
Yeah, like you should, like people were like really, really upset. Like it was a big thing. Like people like crying that like the all 150 draft should be canceled. Like, dude, like grow up. Like, come on.
I've done my fair share of drafts, and not one of them has been canceled. So just because you don't like the way a team or two is drafting is not grounds for the draft getting canceled. It's as simple as that.
Good point.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I mean, at the end of the day, like I just think that most best ball drafts shouldn't be canceled because, like, even if there's one person who's like trying to collude or whatever, like that one person is doing absolutely nothing in a 12-person draft. In a 4 or 6-person draft, different story, but like in a 12-person draft, it actually means nothing.
Right.
Agreed. Yeah, we've had this conversation briefly last year, like when we were just kind of first starting out with the smaller slates of like, there was only 3 teams that were able to get this combination of players in like the first 2 rounds, and should underdog cancel it or not? It's really not their place. Like, unless there's something egregious.
It is. All right, who do we want here? We're on the clock.
You're gonna say Gibbs. I know Brian's not gonna love that.
I'll go Gibbs or Puka. I would lean Puka, but Gibbs is fine.
Let's take Gibbs. I don't feel the need to fade any of the first-round picks personally.
I would agree.
Week 17, Minnesota. I knew that. I knew that one. That's an easy one.
That's the matchup everyone is most excited for. So if you guys like the rants, if you like talking best ball, best ball weekly, that's what we should start calling this, honestly. Just best ball weekly. Go over, why people are crying in the best ball streets every week.
I feel like
that would be
they're crying every week, though. I mean, every week it's something different.
It literally is. Yeah. Well, there was a new one last week too. You don't want to miss this one.
What was last week?
There was a vocal minority of people who were very upset that the puppy, the $5 150 max contest, filled on what day was it? Monday. And there wasn't a new small dollar contest until Tuesday. And people were very upset. They had nothing to do with their little fingers, nothing to do with draft. It was unbelievably upsetting.
These people need to just like venture outdoors. Like go touch the wall, go lift some weights, go say hi to your imaginary friend George on the sidewalk in the park. Like go do something productive with your life.
Yeah, go to the soup kitchen, Make a difference in somebody's life.
Actually. Yeah.
Make a real difference. Don't try to just scrounge for ADP value.
So what are we thinking here? Personally, I've been doing some thinking, and I don't like Brock Bowers and Trey McBride. I really don't like
them. Welcome to the dark side. This is either AJ Brown or Ladd.
I'll just take George Kittle 30 picks later. Thank you.
I'm fine with either of those. I feel like we have a lot of AJ Brown already, but who cares?
Yeah, I like Ladd more personally.
Really?
Right. Ladd's mad. Ladd, I think.
You want to know something interesting? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I was just gonna just regarding your thing about Ladd versus AJ Brown, because maybe you're right, or maybe you're wrong, because you said you like Ladd more, right?
Yes.
So maybe you're wrong. I was gonna say PFF actually. I read an article about a week ago that I think PFF actually has AJ. They ranked their top 30 receivers heading into the season. I think they actually had AJ Brown number 1.
Well, that's also wrong.
I don't disagree, but a lot of the underlying data, whatever goes into PFF's cute little formulas that they like to run over there, has AJ Brown as a top receiver in the league. So, what do you think about that, Brian?
I mean,
I think we should throw out whatever PFF thinks then.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that they have AJB number 1, I'm glad we didn't take him there, because then I would have less confidence. You can't project a guy to be number 1 overall at the position.
Well, I mean, I don't think theirs was like a fantasy ranking. But I don't think theirs was like a fantasy or like underdog ranking. You know what I mean? I think they were just going based off like literally who's like the best.
Still wrong.
Receiver. I don't disagree, but
he's not top 5.
Any better?
I don't think he's top 5 in the league.
He's borderline.
He's borderline. I'd give him 7.
That's fair.
It's also tough because like He's not in his. I mean, he's still obviously.
Oh, he's
still,
in his prime. Yeah.
He's in his prime, but he's coming on the. He's more downward, like a guy like Neighbors or BTJ, like coming up.
Yeah. Right.
It's hard
Run
to
the
like
clock. To me, it's either Rashee Rice or Devontae Adams. Personally,
To me, it's Rashee Rice. Clearly.
Wow. You would put the. Wow. You would. Wow. You're high on Devontae Adams. Okay. Yeah. Either or, but.
Wow. So you really don't want Devontae Adams? All right, I'll take Rashee Rice. Sure.
I don't know. I just like. I don't know. Like, do you think he's going to be like great this year?
No,
I really
I'm
don't.
definitely.
Like, I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be perfect for the Rams, like in their real life football team. Like, I love him as like a real life football player this year, as like the number 2 option behind Puka. I don't know if I love him too much for BBM.
Wait, we don't.
We're drafting Devontae Adams at his 90th percentile outcome right here.
I don't agree at all.
The number 2 receiver on a team that likes to run the ball in the red zone.
Oh, whoa! I am not letting the slander of Devontae Adams live here, because
it's not about Devontae Adams. It's about his situation.
Well, the situation is that Matthew Stafford makes every wide receiver good for fantasy.
He's not going to be.
Yeah,
he's not going to pay
fair
off
point.
his 3rd round ADP.
And plus, he had 1,000 yards last year, and he missed 4 games.
He also had 140 targets from his best friend for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not playing with Rodgers, and they're going to be much more efficient running the
ball. What if Stafford likes Tutu Atwell?
He does. Spoiler alert.
No, this is I just don't agree. I think that he's a great pick in round 3. And what happens if Puka misses week 17? Congratulations, you win.
You think he's a better pick in round 3 than like JSN?
100%.
To me, Rashee Rice is the clear 3rd round target. Like, this guy's going to be going in like the middle of the 2nd round in a couple.
If he was healthy all year last year and he like didn't get hurt, you could probably make an argument that he could have snuck into like the back half of the 1st.
Yes, and I think they just came out with a report today that he's basically ready to go. He should be at OTAs.
Well, I mean, the Chiefs have that devil's magic over there. You know, we don't know what they do for injuries. They sprinkle a little something on it, and all of a sudden,
here, by the way,
is okay.
What are we thinking?
I would probably go Hunter.
I don't mind that. We could also do Hampton and start building the Charger stack.
I just feel like wide receiver kind of falls off.
I think I like Hunter.
I like the mystery box with Hunter. Maybe he becomes Hampton.
Anthony liked that one.
Well, I would hope so. It's his joke.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually Family Guy's joke, but I ripped it off.
Repurposed.
You should tell me when that.
So through 4 rounds, started with the hero running back. We have Gibbs, and then wide receivers. We have Vlad, Rashee Rice, and Travis Hunter. Wide receiver / cornerback.
Well, apparently there's a quote that came out per Coach Big Index that they're expecting to play a lot of wide receiver.
Consistent
with, of course they are.
Consistent with pretty much everything that they've said since drafting him.
Yeah, because it's just more important. So that was always going to be the case. I just never bought into the fact that he was going to be like a corner that would like moonlight as a receiver.
I was fully bought into that. So
I know
that's how smart I am.
I was as well. To me, he was undraftable in the big board.
Yeah, he was undraftable. Wow. I made that point very clear that you cannot draft him at 140, and then he rose to like 60. So,
but he's acceptable in the 40s.
Yeah, of course. What do you guys think? Let's make this pick first, and then I have a hot take again.
Ooh, I know who I want here.
Harvey?
No, Harvey's
Chuba?
Good.
You like Chuba? I'm trying to think of guys.
I love Chuba, but no, not him either.
Really?
George Pickens, come on down.
Jalen Waddle, come on down.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Waddle is fun.
You go with Waddle, Anthony?
Yeah, we'll let Brian pick this one.
Wow, he said nope. But I like it because if Jonnu Smith gets traded, which apparently is close to happening.
Jonnu Smith gets traded. Tyreek Hill gets traded or arrested.
I don't think he may be arrested.
Anything can happen. But if also, even if all things equal, Waddle going in the 5th round to me is like a guy who's just.
I mean,
he's getting drafted at his 50. Talk about 50th percentile outcome. Like Jalen Waddle to pay off his 5th round ADP probably has to have like 900 yards and 4 touchdowns.
You think it's good if he's the number 1 option in Miami? Like,
Yes.
I don't know, but I'd like to bet on it in the 5th round.
His ADP makes no sense personally because it's being priced as if Tua is not going to be there, which is dumb. And like Brian said, the continuing upside with John
that's
being
true.
traded.
John being traded is a good point.
Plus Tyreek Hill might just be washed.
Right. That's another thing. What if Waddle becomes the number 1 and Tyreek still gets the pressure from the defense?
All right, wait, going back to before, my other hot take, Breece Hall. What do we think about that?
I think he's another one
I like
that you're drafting at his 50 percentile.
Oh, wow. I'm in the minority. I don't like Breece.
Really?
Really? Why not?
Yeah.
Make the case.
I don't think he's that good. I don't think the Jets think he's that good.
I disagree.
Maybe, I don't know. When was his ACL injury? Was that 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
I believe it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Kamara here. Open to Debo or Olave.
Any of these running backs.
Oh, we're taking Kamara. All right.
Anthony, pick a running back. Who's your favorite?
Kamara, obviously.
All
Why not? He's going to have all the volume. I don't know who the hell's going to throw him little check downs, but hey, as long as you have an arm that can throw 3 feet in front of you.
Well, Tyler Shough threw three pretty deep balls, apparently, according to beat reporters today.
And you know what the worst part of that news was? None of them were to friggin' Chris Olave.
Is that true?
That's what I heard.
Receiver, yeah. Olave.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very, very low on him. He is somebody that I just, unless you really force me to take him, I'm probably not taking him.
Wait, so sell me on Breece.
Olave.
We need to go back to Breece. I need to be sold on Breece.
He's probably going to be the only one getting meaningful touches on the team. Justin Fields has shown a propensity to rely on his running backs. I think the Jets offense, even if they're middle of the pack, to pay off a 4th round ADP, Breece Hall probably doesn't have to do much. I don't know, 850 yards, 6 touchdowns. I think the room for him is only up from where he's going, not down. Do you really think Braylon Allen or Isaiah Davis are going to be the guys that get the ball? Starting running back on a team.
I just think he's very talented. I know he kind of sucked, obviously most of last year, but I still think he's just super talented. I mean, they just, I don't know. I mean, we're going to see obviously with Fields at QB, what that does for him, but I just think he's such a talented player.
I don't know. I just don't think
people. I think people are just writing him off so early.
Yeah, I'm writing him off because he's going in the 4th round. He's a 4th round running back on an offense.
Yeah, but who is he going along with? Who else after we make the pick? I'm curious who he's going next to.
If you want to take Mahomes here to stack with Rice, I'm cool with that.
That's interesting.
I'd rather wait. We still have 3 quarterbacks live.
Who do you want?
I'd probably go Shakir or Pollard.
I think we should go back to receiver.
Right,
yeah, we've got Gibbs and Kamara.
I like this team a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if we somehow can get Mahomes maybe next round, then we've got other options. I mean, we could always go Herbert.
Mahomes.
We have so many options late. We could get Herbert in the 10th. We can
I really want Tua. If we have to do it, we have to. But I'm not gonna love it.
Herbert is a good QB one if we need.
I think I'd rather have Trevor Lawrence this year than Tua.
I'll never be on Team Trevor.
I don't love him either. I'm just saying,
I think he's fine.
By a nose hair, I think I would prefer T-Law.
I think he's fine.
What happened? It just seems like every year with Trevor Lawrence, there's always an excuse to be made. Oh, it was Urban Meyer. Oh, it was Doug Peterson. Oh, it was the personnel. Brian Thomas didn't break out.
Yeah, because he was the number 1 pick in the draft. So they're always. I mean, that's what happens when you're number 1 pick. You get excuses for you. He
only had 2 relevant fantasy games though, in his career.
No, I agree. I agree.
I
agree. I think he's been a complete fantasy and real life bust. That's completely fair.
Tua at least has put up numbers 4,600 yards, 35 touchdowns. He can at least throw it.
Tua, the first sack that he takes this year, and he goes down. I'm just the whole stadium's going to hold their breath. It's gotten to that point.
No, that was last year. He's a black belt now. He's good. He doesn't need it anymore.
Good.
Pat Mahomes just went, so we're not going to get him.
Oh man, I would love to get either of these 2 running backs. I would love to get this running back.
I would like Aaron Jones as well. I think this guy
Yeah,
might be on auto, though, unfortunately.
Nice.
Oh, Jonnu
Oh,
Smith.
Jonnu.
Goes with the mystery box of Jonnu.
Yeah. Maybe lose. Oh, that was 2 months ago. Okay.
This is a good team. I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably our best one yet.
We said that about every team. That's great.
I know. Then we screw it up in the last few rounds.
Yeah, and then we
take
take
Tim
Theo
Tebow.
Johnson and Darius Slayton.
But we have fun doing it.
I'm coming around, by the way, to Daniel Jones just being the full 17-week starter for the Colts.
No way.
Yep.
You can't draft a guy 4th overall and then trade for a guy who failed as the 8th overall pick. It just doesn't work.
I think it does. You're a Trevor Lawrence hater, right? I saw a graphic that they pretty much have exactly the same stats, Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence. So
Yeah, but the difference is Daniel Jones doesn't come off his first read ever. Literally ever. Cannot see a second receiver on the team unless it's the opposing team. Then he'll throw it to them.
that's all right. He's got some good receivers, so who cares?
He's got if the Colts just had like a decent quarterback, like where would Josh Downs and Pittman be going? Oh wow, hold on, let me look at this.
Makes you think.
Wow, makes you think is right. I'm so out on T-Law. Give me all the Tua. Wow, that is pretty wild.
At the beginning, when BBM first came out, I was just drafting Anthony Richardson. I was like, that upside is just crazy. But I just think he's bad, so I'm not going to pick him.
I respect that.
Yeah. Also,
That's how I feel about Tua.
I know this means nothing right now, but like less than nothing actually. But Devin Singletary was taking first-team reps with the team, and neither Tracy nor Scatterbo were.
That means nothing to me.
I know it means nothing, but it would just be so
interesting.
funny. It would just be so funny around the clock here.
Filtered by
I forgot he was even there, to be honest.
I like Kelsey with
Not
Rice. It's still viable.
I like
Hey,
Mark
Warren?
Andrews and I like Jalen Warren.
I'm good with either.
Let's do Mark Andrews. Yeah, I don't think we need another running back yet. I would just wait. So
We can get some fun ones late. There's the 140s is
probably the
where
best
I
running
like
back
those.
we've had.
I like the 140 ADP running back guys.
Yeah, that's. I think I'm in the same boat. This is a nice quarterback and tight end range.
We should be getting a quarterback next pick though. Like
Yeah.
I would probably want Herbert.
Yeah, he should fall those.
Wow, ETR is lower on Herbert than ADP. That's surprising.
Yeah, I mean quarterback rankings don't really matter. You just take whoever you want to stack, so it doesn't really mean much.
Herbert might be like the most underrated quarterback going into the year.
I tend to disagree, or I tend to agree.
He really is. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. People are just passing up on him. Like, people are treating him like he's in the 20s amongst like QBs.
The craziest
I
thing
mean, I know he
to
doesn't
me-
offer like crazy rushing upside, but now that he's got Trey Harris with McConkey, a couple good running backs.
Don't forget Tyler Conklin.
Tyler Conklin, yeah. That's what put him over the top. I was out on him, but then as soon as I saw they had Tyler Conklin on the roster, I'm all in on Herb.
JMC, how we doing? Welcome in.
What up, JMC? It's just crazy to me that Caleb goes at like pick 100 and Herbert goes like almost 2.5 rounds later.
Yeah, that's wild.
Oh, we're actually geniuses. We're geniuses and we didn't even know it. We got the week 17 stack, Aaron Jones and Jahmyr Gibbs. We are geniuses.
Oh, that was not by accident.
For me, it was. I'm the one clicking, so.
But we're directing the boat.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh wow, a lot of quarterbacks falling.
We don't want to do Bo Nix, right? And just like Marvin Mims.
I mean, we do have the Rashi Rice bring back. It's up to you. We could.
All right, fuck it. Let's ride. Where's Marvin Mims going?
Like 120.
Oh.
Did Pat Bryant already go?
Stop
No. Pat Bryant
What's
goes in
wrong
like the
with Pat
170s. Pat Bryant goes in like the 170s.
Yeah, what's wrong with him?
Okay, so we have to decide. I may have made a blunder. I thought Marvin Mims was going like the 160s. So we got to decide. Do we want Marvin Mims or Justin Herbert?
Herbert will probably fall.
Herbert is not falling. No one ever falls.
Herbert will probably fall.
Nothing
There's
ever
not
happens.
another Charger off the board other than Hampton. And Hampton is on the left side of the board. Nobody on the right side of the board is going to take Herbert. I'm telling you.
There he goes, Herbert.
Yeah. Was it to the, what's his name? Was it to him?
He has Trey Harris.
Oh, I forgot about Trey Harris.
Humphrey may be in the chat. He told me he was hunting the EV that we were giving, so he may be in here.
Well, let's hope he falls. He should.
Trey Harris, bro. Sorry. You know what? You're blocked. You're banned. Never come back in here again. Scooping
we cannot afford to block any of our 200 subscribers. Sorry.
That is true. Yeah.
We just have to deal with it.
Please resubscribe. That was rash. I shouldn't have done that. But if Marvin Mims doesn't fall to us, we might just push the plane and jump
team's
in.
dead.
I'm not even gonna lie.
No. This is it's always recoverable.
Oh, we saved it.
When Marvin Mims is saving your team, you may have to reevaluate how good the team is.
I don't know.
Here we go. We're starting to blow it again.
I'm not a Marvin Mims guy, but people smarter than me are Marvin Mims guys, so I'm going to become a Marvin Mims guy.
Are we those people smarter than you?
Not you guys.
Oh, okay. The fact
that you might be smarter than me, but
February.
I don't know what your takes are on Marvin Mims. Fortunately for me,
I like Marvin Mims.
Okay, did he had like that really good playoff game, right?
I believe it was a Week 17 game against the Bengals.
Did he catch a touchdown against the Bills though in the playoff game? I thought that was him. No.
No, that was Troy Franklin.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
That's what I was
the
thinking.
Oregon kid.
Brian, how are you feeling about the Knicks?
Well, JMC, I'm glad you asked because I purposely did not discuss it at the top of the show, knowing that you were eventually going to come in here and we could discuss it. So Eric or Gumby, my best friend, and I watched the Knicks blow game. What was it? Actually, they didn't even blow it. They just sucked. Game 4. Knicks are done. I didn't want to believe it. After game 1, I said they were going to get gentlemen swept. My heart of hearts told me I was right. My heart told me I was wrong. If they won game 4, then it could have been interesting. 2 games at the Garden, one today that I'm not even watching.
They're up by 13.
Yeah.
They're going to blow it just like they did game 1. Right into the sunset. Never to be heard about again.
I mean, I don't want to sound crazy, but they still have a chance because 2 games at MSG, they're going to be favored in both of those games. They just have to get lucky on the road.
They're not winning anything.
All right.
They'll win a one-way ticket home. How's that?
All right. So what are we thinking here? Trevor Lawrence is fine to me.
Oh.
Tua is fine.
We could definitely wait on Tua. I might want to go Goddard with the Shakir bring back. That sounds fun.
If we do that, we're 2 tight ends. Cool with that?
I'm always cool with 2 tight ends.
Yeah, me too.
There's nobody here that's like jumping out to me that I want.
Goddard always falls, man. We said that in the last stream too.
He does.
Yeah. I don't know what's good with that.
It's because it's just.
Goddard doesn't fall. Goddard does not fall. How unfortunate.
Spears. I'd probably go Spears. I'm a Spears.
You don't
guy.
want T-Law?
Anthony,
what do you want?
Yeah, Anthony, what do you want?
You can take Spears.
Wow, we do not like T-Law. Personally, if that was me, I would have taken T-Law just to secure the stack. But
there he goes.
Out on T-Law. All we need is 2 quarterbacks.
See, I'm gonna get bullied into a 2 quarterback team.
You'll thank me later.
Maybe. See, it's just so hard for me to draft when I don't have the little numbers next to the players' names. So I don't know who ETR wants me to draft. So,
but why don't you like quarterback is the most replaceable scorer, right? So why would you want to have 3 of them in a 1 week slate?
Because if they score 40 points and you don't have them, you lose.
You could say that with anyone though. Skill position.
Yeah, but quarterbacks are more likely to score 40. And also, if the quarterback scores 40, you probably have a pass catcher who scores 30. So you want both of those. So it just makes it easier. You have to get less right.
I guess. I don't know. I still struggle with it.
No, I think it's definitely more correct.
Oh man, Jordan Love, big.
We're gonna get Tua with our next pick, so that's good.
Jordan Love is I was gonna say one of these.
There we go. Team is saved.
There you go.
You know what's so unfortunate?
Same bye.
We have to pick a 3rd quarterback. How's that?
No, we don't.
Yet we are not going in with a bye. 2 buys.
Who cares? This team is stacked. 20 points will not be the difference.
Yes, it will.
I'll bet you $20.
So let's see. We need who's Miami play in week.
Miami plays
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Yep. We can get Kate Otten.
I'm good. I'll pass.
That's
All
actually not a bad 2 tight end team. Heavy on Andrews, and then
All right, I could. You're
that.
right. I could be talked into it.
And that's one you can like kind of push.
Yeah, why not? Why not get the 5th option on the Buccaneers offense?
Why not? What could go wrong?
Honestly, with Bucky, he's probably the 6th option in the passing game. Even better.
But you know what, Anthony? He's the number 1 tight end option, and that's what matters.
Well, it's either him or what? Do they have OJ Howard come back?
No, who was the other guy? I can't think of his name.
Hudson guy? Hudson?
I can't think of who the backup is. I knew it 5 minutes ago.
You know who I learned is on the Giants now?
Who?
Little Jordan Humphrey.
No, Greg Dulcich.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he signed with the Giants. And for some reason, Russell Wilson can't stop talking about him.
Oh, good
Well, did they play together in Denver? I think they may have.
They did, yeah.
They did, yes. But now we know
deck
why.
here. Anything standing out?
Let's look at the running backs. There's a bit of a cliff.
Ooh, I like Eckler a lot.
Let me just see the ADP rank. Oh, that's ADP. Yeah, to me, it's a big fall off after Eckler.
You go with that, Anthony? Eckler?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Who do they play in week 17? Dallas.
We don't have any Dallas.
We do not. Where's Ferguson go?
140s.
I like Ferguson. That's a good pick at 140s. Knicks are up by 11 at the half. Nice.
They still suck.
They're probably going to be favored to win the East next year, right, Eric?
No. Well, the Celtics are dead. Maybe.
No
Cavs.
Yeah, no
Cavs.
When Carl Anthony
Towns,
Towns,
don't the Cavs have a couple of big free agents, maybe? I thought that's what I heard, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. Maybe.
When Towns can run a sub 640, then I'll be more interested in the Knicks.
I don't know. Towns isn't that unathletic.
He's not unathletic. He's just slow as shit. He is slower. He is slow as all hell.
Oh, see, Jumfrey does. This is what Jumfrey gets. He just ruined his team by drafting Anthony Richardson. Sorry, buddy.
Should we just mess with him and take Daniel Jones?
All right. What do we want to do here?
I like Shipley.
Ugh.
We might be able to push Otten.
Makes me queasy.
To me, after Justice Hill, there's no running back draftable.
Do we need another? We've got 5.
I would probably take another, but we'll see. I think Otten is the pick here.
Otten or Thielen.
Ay, caramba.
Anthony's in a good spot because he won't tell us who to pick, but he'll definitely let us know that he does not like the pick.
Yeah, true. He's like, yeah, these guys in the 15th round, the ones that you're queuing up, I don't like them. Well, yeah, me neither.
I'm a stickler when it comes to those 15th through 18th rounders, man.
That's true. Yeah, there's like 3 guys you like. If we don't queue them up, it's over for us.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Mason Taylor?
Got a good opportunity.
Yeah, good opportunity. I didn't really like him much pre-draft. I don't think I like him much with Justin Fields as the quarterback.
Smart people are in on him. So
a lot of people are. Again, I read a lot of Dynasty stuff. You guys know that. A lot of people are in on Taylor for Dynasty, which I know.
He's also 21 too, which remember we talked about like the low age being like the number 1 sign of like a high.
Yeah, for tight end it is, right?
Yeah,
it is. Yep,
it's very correlated. So
I don't know. Rookie tight end on the Jets, low volume passing offense.
Yeah, it's not very sexy.
It's not a sexy pick, that's for sure.
I think it is. It's a rookie. Rookies are always sexy.
Why do you like Mason Taylor and not Breece Hall? A guy who's proven to be a top 5 player at his position.
Well, he's going to say ADP.
A rookie.
Because Mason Taylor's young and hot.
Oh! I didn't know you rolled like that.
All right. What do we want to do? We need a plan a quarterback. Are we going to do the Jackson Dart thing like we always do?
I mean, we could do Shuck with.
It's
Kamara.
a 1.6. I don't like it. Thank you for putting the little numbers there. Now I know what I don't like.
now Anthony knows what to tell us. Any other Saints that we might want?
Jawan Johnson, maybe?
No, thanks. God, this is why I always just do. I think. All right. We can do Shuck.
We don't have to do Shuck now, though.
No, we don't. I do like Darius Slayton, though.
Slayton or Douglas to me.
Oh, well, I'm not picking Demario Douglas.
Why not?
Yeah, Diggs might be off the team.
Diggs is going to get
6.2
fined.
points.
He's going to be off the team. Are you kidding me?
G for gay. Why is that G for gay? Oh, I see. Yeah, because Mason Taylor's young and hot. I get it. that video was incredible, by the way, of Stephon Diggs. That was great stuff.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it? Oh, it's
No.
great. I'll pull it up. I don't know if I can get banned.
Oh, boy.
I might get banned for this.
I mean, the 10 people that wind up watching this are going to enjoy this part.
Please don't report us. I don't condone the use of any drugs.
This is just for entertainment purposes only. Please do not sue us.
All right, let's see. So he makes these girls, I'll narrate it. He makes these girls call him daddy, and then once they call him daddy, he pulls out this pink cocaine. Oh, there you go.
I mean, that could be anything.
That's
There's nothing.
amazing.
Allegedly, it's cocaine. And allegedly, they called him daddy.
Oh, that is good stuff.
I
Oh,
can't believe
that's
you haven't
fun.
seen that.
I know. I heard about it, but I didn't see it. That is good stuff.
I mean, that's like the mystery box. Really, what is it? We don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
Could
Apparently,
even be cocaine.
people
It could even be cocaine.
People in the streets are saying it's Tuesday. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not in the streets anymore, so I think it's probably drugs.
Better not be.
Yeah,
threesy.
I'm not about it, man.
So Shuck goes.
Oh no, we have to take Jackson Dart.
That Jackson Dart and Theo Johnson.
I'm upset.
Should we take
Oh,
Jackson Dart? Should we take Dart and then Singletary?
No, I'm not actually drafting Devin Singletary. I'm just saying it would be so funny if like the 3% chance of him being the starter is actually true. But
That
also,
would be nuts.
the Giants always are like famous for rotating running backs, especially in preseason. So
That's true.
I wouldn't worry about it. Like we're going to get, I don't even know who Eric Gray is going to be taking first team reps to at some point. So I do not overreact. I'm joking.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying. Like, imagine nobody drafts Singletary. BBM closes, and then he's listed as the one on
could
the
be
depth
like,
chart, and we're
this
the
could be
only
like-
team that has him.
What did we say last year? Wasn't it Kareem Hunt? It was drafted by like 5 teams.
Yeah, I think it was
Something
3.
like that. Was it only
Soon, yeah.
3?
I thought it was like less than 10, wasn't it?
Oh, speaking of, before we say GM the Tuna, someone sent me the ADPs from last year's BRs. So this weekend I'll be working on some data stuff. So we'll see what I cook
Exciting.
up. What's up, Tuna? How you doing? G for gravity bomb back when Gumby was. That's funny.
Yeah, the G for Gumby is very memeable.
It really is. I know. That's the issue, unfortunately.
Or the solution, depending on how you look at it.
So I'm cool with either running back or receiver here.
Look at that, Brian. Your guy, Jerome Ford, an 8.0.
Wow. You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. I actually like him. Oh, Woody Marks goes. I was going to say he could have been with Ladd.
Not allowing that.
Woody Marks.
I like Woody Marks. He's fun.
I'm just looking at week 17 stuff. Who does Miami play? Tampa Bay. Denver. Who does Denver play?
We could take Tucker on the Bucks. I'm coming around.
I don't hate that. I think he's fun.
He's fun.
Is he fun, Anthony?
No. Oh, I was talking Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker from Syracuse. Yeah, let's
Yes.
go. Let's ride with the Syracuse boy.
Sean
Shout
Tucker.
out 315.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Oh, you
wrong
got Trey
Tucker.
Tucker.
Oh,
I think Trey Tucker's fine.
when Sean, I mean, he correlates with the Giants.
That's why he was in my head. That's why I was like, oh, yeah, Trey Tucker, sure.
Well, yeah. So let's recap the team. So started with Bo Nix, Tua, Jackson Dart, Jahmyr Gibbs, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, Tajay Spears, and Eckler at running back. Probably one of the strongest running back rooms we've drafted. Wide receiver, Ladd McConkey, Rashi Rice, Travis Hunter, Jalen Waddle, Khalil Shakir, Marvin Mims, Darius Slayton, and Trey Tucker. And then tight end, we have Andrews and Otten. It's not a bad team. I don't like it. Or I don't like it. I don't hate it.
Wow, the 40 and slip there.
Yeah. I didn't like the Trey Tucker pick. I should have
That's happening.
specified.
Need 9 if anyone wants to hop
We
in.
could just
Yes,
exile Otten and Tucker from our team will be in good shape.
the Trey Tucker pick was a 10.0. from ETR. So how bad?
That means I hate it.
Yeah. Brian is validated.
How much did you have to pay for that data? I had to pay $0. I had a very nice member of the community send it to me. So shout out to him.
Now, what are you going to do with that data? Or is that revealing too much about how the sausage is made?
Well, I don't really know yet. We'll see how it evolves.
He's going to use it as blackmail.
Yeah.
Be nice to me or I'll release your data.
I just want to see if like any ADP combos are like overowned, like for like 1, 12, 13, whatever. But I also want to see like how often like each player stacked, how often each stack finished in the top 1%, like all that kind of stuff. You'll see. I'll show you next week if it's finished.
Are you
22nd? 22nd.
What was it? I was just about to say something and the thought totally escaped me. Oh, are you I know last year, at least I don't think this was much of a consideration. In NFL BR specifically, we didn't really care much about ownership. We cared more about like getting unique combinations by ADP. Now that you're doing a lot more MLB and a lot of that is more ownership driven than it is just solely based on projection, are you going to tweak your BR strategy going into this season to care more about this player gets 10% drafted, so I'm going to take him if his projection is not meaningfully lower than somebody else that gets 100%?
Yeah, I think that's probably more right, but that's why I want to look at the data and see. For MLB, like people always think of like, oh, this player's low and let's take him, but like it also depends on the team too. We talked about this too, where it's like if you have a combination that's hard to get from ADP, you probably should just like jam the chalk. But if you have like a combination that's like commonly taken, you probably have to scroll. So it depends on the team. I'm going to look into that. That's another reason why I wanted the stuff. But I think the most important thing to look at is like product ownership, where you like multiply each player's ownership with each other and see. I'm pretty sure that's going to give us the most interesting stuff. So I'll have a better update for you next week when I actually dive into it.
Cool. Stay tuned for those that are interested. Subscribe if you're not already. Please like the video if you are enjoying the content. Thank you all for those that are supporting us in May. Anyone that's here watching this truly is a sicko, and we appreciate you because we're also sickos as well.
Yeah. If you guys, I'll give you guys a peek behind the sausage too, how the sausage is made.
Mason Taylor is hot, and Gumby is showing us his sausage.
His sausage.
This is my I've been updating my.
This is Goobers After Dark. Holy crap!
This is
Goobers gone wild.
This is it could be overwhelming. A lot of Excel, a lot of colors, a lot of conditions.
We're only seeing the BBM board.
I know. I'm big reveal.
He's preparing us.
So like I've been trying to like track all like my stacks in baseball, and like this is like the projected run total. This is like the different stack sizes, and this is like the ownership of each player. I only did a few today. I was just like messing around with it to see if it works, and it worked pretty well. But the problem is if I track everything, I can only draft like 5 or 6 at a time, and if I don't track and just try and remember in my brain, I can do like 10. So I haven't decided
quality over quantity.
The best way to do it is perfect timing. Gets to see the sausage. Need 4 for this 20-second BBM, by the way. Need 4 20 seconds.
We didn't talk about any of the other contests that dropped, but there's one in particular that I think Anthony, as more of a dynasty player, will appreciate, and that's the Puppy Superflex. So 2 quarterbacks. This is the required. Like this is what you would have to start: 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, only 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex. So just kind of thinking through that format a bit. I know we're not doing it here, but to me, wide receiver is like punt wide receiver into like the 10th round. Take as many running backs and quarterbacks as you can in the first like 6, 7, 8 picks, because you're going to have to most likely start 3 running backs. And since they project more than receivers, and you only have to start 2 receivers, like you need at least 3 quarterbacks. You need really good running backs, and wide receivers and tight ends to me just kind of fill out the roster. So it's very different than BBM, at least how I would view it.
Gumby, how much are you drafting on DK? Right now, I'm just doing whatever promos they send. So I think I've done 2 drafts, because if you do 1, you get 1 free. But I'll do the promos all year, and we'll see how it is at the end of the year. I have some funds in my DK account, so I'm open to using it for best ball for little tax purposes, but we'll see. I do think DraftKings is way softer though, and it's kind of crazy. Maybe we'll do one at some point this summer if we get bored. It's a little bit different because it's full PPR, and for some reason, no one cares, and they just take running backs early anyway. But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's probably best to wait on running backs, but then you get buried so quick. So it's like kind of not better. It's a weird dynamic, some game theory.
It's the same thing, but opposite with underdog. It's like running backs project for more points than wide receivers on average, and yet because you have to start 3 receivers and only 2 running backs, and then a flex kind of being either or, wide receivers get pushed up the board even though they don't score as many points as running backs. So same thing, but opposite.
We need 3 people to join this Best Ball Mania 20-second draft. Please save us.
We might be just as good as Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah, maybe should we do a Gilbert Arenas draft? Just take 4 quarterbacks off the rip. That could be fun.
Yeah, if you wanted to, there is a super flex draft for that.
I like that. No, I like the super flex.
I'll do it in the real one.
So what's with that contest? That's season long still. That little puppy
Same
or whatever
format.
it is.
Same thing as BBM, just 1 less receiver required to start, and obviously being super flex.
Is it still like the same like advance rates and all that? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the final is less than BBM, but
yeah,
the advancing is the same.
2 of 12, 1 of 10, 1 of 10, 375.
I am compelled. I love my super flex.
I fucking hate Superflex.
Really?
Do you really?
I mean, it's good for Dynasty because I like how like they make quarterbacks actually like mean something, but like for best ball, I feel like it just doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
It depends. I mean, you could build your team. I think there's a bigger edge in that than this because I don't know, people like ETR probably doesn't have rankings for super.
No, they do, but the problem is that everyone who like plays a lot of best ball fucking hates Superflex, so they just don't play it. So I think you may be right. There might be a little edge.
It's just you have to make a lot of like on the fly decisions of, do I take Baker at like the 112 or do I take CeeDee Lamb and McCaffrey at the 1-2 turn and then hope that I get Drake May and Herbert.
The drafts when you have super flex are a little interesting like that because like you said, then you're in the second round, you're like, oh man, do I got to take Jordan Love here? And it's like, what? Why the fuck did you take Jordan Love? But
I was looking at the ADP. Tyler Shuck goes in like the 7th round.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
See, like for me, like I would just take Daniel Jones and Aaron Rodgers every time. Here you go. Here's me solving the eliminator, or not the eliminator, the super flex contest. Take 1 quarterback early, take 1 in the middle rounds, and then take Aaron Rodgers and Daniel Jones. Congratulations, you win. Easy game.
Yeah, and you don't even have to use a tool to do that.
Yeah. So we got Crutches in here. We got JMC in here. Shout out.
Draft him from the 12 hole. Probably the best spot to draft while doing a stream. Gives us time to think.
That's true.
So,
especially the 20 seconds. It goes quick.
It does. So at the 1-2 turn, I know there's still a good amount of picks before we go. To me, like if Nico and Brian Thomas are there, Nico, Neighbors isn't going to go in any receiver. Like I'm just going to take both receivers. Oh,
this is why Love was flying so hard because Jumfrey had Golden and forgot, so he just didn't pick Love.
Impressive.
This is the problem. These people, they rely on the tools. They can't draft for themselves. They need ETR telling them, whispering in their ear what to do, whispering sweet nothings. And
you know the worst part about that? The guy that got Love 25 picks past ADP, like that draft might have to be canceled because
I think so.
Gumby's on a roll tonight. I mean, he showed us his meat. Now he's whispering sweet nothings. I'm feeling some type of way over here.
I'm hoping we can draft some more 21-year-olds in this draft too. That would really get me going.
Oh Jesus Christ! FBI is online too.
I think we have to pick McCaffrey if he falls. I can't get enough McCaffrey right now.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm on a kick where I'm making fun of everyone for calling people injury prone. So I'm just drafting all the injured players, especially like I've been doing like the baseball, like the second half of the season best ball. And I'm just drafting Mike Trout, who's hurt. I'm drafting who else? I'm drafting Jordan Alvarez, who's hurt. Like I have him ranked 4. He's going 40. So it's bad.
Jeez.
Nico and Brian Thomas. Wish granted.
Yeah, I guess.
Wish granted. That is the right start. It's funny because in like the pre-draft contest, like Nico Brian Thomas was like such a coveted combination. And you know what's changed from the first 12 picks? literally nothing except Genty got drafted, which now makes him more valuable than either of them.
Yeah.
And McCaffrey, I guess, positive injury news.
Anyway, going back to the baseball thing, I just think it's so silly that Mike Trout, he's hurt in May, right? He's coming back in June, and the contest starts in July, but he's undraftable. Cannot draft him.
That's how you build a super team. If you can have a team survive 1 month without Trout, and then Trout comes back in form for the rest of the year, like then it's just going to be unstoppable.
Well, Brian, you understand he's injury prone. It's impossible for him to finish the season and be healthy. You don't that's
exactly.
He does appear to be injury prone, but he had his injury earlier in the year. Now he's fine.
Yeah, I have
what even was his injury?
Trout. I have 50% Stanton.
what was Trout's injury?
I don't know.
50% Trout. What's his injury? Not sure.
Trout's back tomorrow. I'm rich.
He shattered his knee. Doesn't mean anything.
Get those cheap shares. The cheap shares are acquired, Ghost. They're already acquired. I'm sure someone else will get hurt that I can buy. Michael King's a good one. He just got hurt.
Yep,
he's good.
I'm more afraid of him.
I saw him live. It was a lot of fun.
Devin Williams hurts my heart every time he plays. You might want to take him.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick him.
Are there relievers in MLB, like in the season-long stuff, or is it just like innings pitched and stuff, so starters only?
There are relievers, but you should not draft them.
Got it. Look at that. Rice at the 2-3 turn already.
Yep, didn't even make it to the third round.
See, crushes nose ball. He's Devontae Adams guy. See?
He's a Rashi Rice guy.
He picked Devontae Adams.
After Rice.
Oh, well, that's the only reason he's taking him. That had nothing to do with it. He hates Devontae Adams. He only picked him because of the correlation.
There's no correlation.
I thought they're week 17.
Who?
The Chiefs and the
Chiefs and the
Rams?
Broncos.
Oh, I don't know, ball.
Rams are playing the Falcons.
This is why I need the solver. This is why I need ETR's tool. I wish it popped up on here too, the playoff matchups before you drafted them.
That would be nice. You could just ask me. I'll tell you.
Yeah, true.
So started with Nico BTJ. We should think about, do we want to go running back here? Like, do we want either Breece Hall or James Cook, or at the next turn, at the 5-6 turn, we could get like Ken Walker, Chuba Hubbard, RJ Harvey.
I kind of like
to
that.
me, I'd rather just take receivers like for the next two.
I don't want Cook. I want Ray Davis, baby. I'm all in now.
I love Ray Davis.
You guys convinced me.
Yeah, I think Ray Davis is fine. What do you guys think about Kyron?
I've been scared of him since February. I have him in Dynasty, which scares me. He's a tough click for me.
Yeah, I'm a bit scared as well. What are we thinking here?
I'd probably go like Tet and Worthy.
I like that.
Unless you have a lean.
Be stacked.
Say again?
Our set of receiver room is going to be stacked.
And we're still going to get some good running backs on the next turn.
Yeah.
I know we're also going to try and get Bryce Young because Brian is in love with Bryce Young.
I just love the opponents that Carolina plays. They play in the NFC South. They're playing Tampa Bay, bad defense, good offense, shootout. Atlanta, horrible defense, no pass rush, good offense, shootout. Saints are borderline a JV team, bad defense in a dome, shootout. Like, what's not to like about Bryce? If Bryce Young didn't have like the final 5-6 games that he played, then I would be less optimistic. But they got him a better offensive line. They drafted a wide receiver in the top 10 of the draft. Like, this is an offense you want to be targeting, especially with how cheap they are.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Jewish McCaffrey goes with Breece in the last round. I guess he's a Breece guy.
That's a good pick. I'm telling you, you're drafting. You have to open your mind to the possibilities that Breece Hall is good at football.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just don't think he's gonna. This is famous last words. No one clip this, please. I just don't think he's gonna bury me. That's what it is.
Oh boy.
Famous last words, right?
Yep.
Jaden Daniels goes 11 picks ahead of Josh Allen. That doesn't feel right.
Well, Jaden Daniels, that was it. I mean, that must have been that guy must have seized.
He must have saw Gilbert Arenas drafting, and he's like, I want to be like that guy.
I mean, he took Daniels like 15 picks ahead of ADP early, like naked. No need.
I still don't really get why Jalen Hurts' ADP is so much after the other guys. I feel like you should be right up there with them.
It's just because
like Lamar and Allen.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anthony. You're the dynasty guy.
Well, I mean, Hurts is like number 4 in Dynasty right now, so he's right after that tier, that first initial tier. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think those first 3 guys, Daniels, Lamar, and Allen, they've just set themselves like so far apart. Because with Hurts, I what are you gonna say? I mean,
are we sure Jaden Daniels should be going ahead of Jalen Hurts? Are we really sure about that?
Rushing upside. That's the only reason.
I wasn't even going to say rushing upside. I mean, yes, but I was going to say passing upside. Quite frankly,
that too.
Jalen Hurts, like the Eagles' offense. Like, here's what I'm saying. Not saying that Jalen Hurts can't make throws, but like they're just going to have games this year because of their defense where they're just going to completely lock down the other team. Like they're going to have games this year where they throw the ball 20 times max, and Hurts has 140 passing yards and maybe 1 touchdown through the air. Whereas Daniels, like, Washington's defense is still not great for sure. And like Daniels, like, again, yeah, rushing upside, but like I just think he's going to be throwing the ball more than Hurts too. And he's got some receivers now to play with. He's got Terry, he's got Debo.
I fear there is some revisionist history with Jaden Daniels' passing ability last year. People forget, like, the first half of the season he was a screen merchant, and the second half of the season he was a decent passer, but he missed a lot of throws too. Let's not.
I mean, he's a rookie.
Let's not go crazy.
No, I feel like he made a lot of good throws, though.
He made a lot of good throws.
That Detroit game. Oh, he was carving them up
like a turkey on Thanksgiving.
I'm just not going to accept the premise that he's a better passer than Jalen Hurts because that's not true.
Oh, he is. He definitely is.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
So wait, let's just think about it objectively. How many passing attempts do you think Jalen Hurts had in the regular season?
I don't even know what a normal number would be. 500.
That's what you would think is normal, right? He had 361. Jaden Daniels had 485.
Woo!
That is 120. That is 25% more passing attempts.
So that's what, 120 and then what, like 17 games? So that's how many per game difference?
Meanwhile, the real thing that matters, JMC gets Hurts at 55. So we're arguing about this back and forth for no reason. JMC wins the contest. Congratulations, JMC.
Yeah, with
not
Devontae
if we get
Smith
Chuba.
and Breece Hall.
Oh, Chuba went. Bitch. And Ken Walker. My gamble did not pay off.
Do Kamara again?
One of you likes Montgomery a lot? I forget.
I like Montgomery a lot.
Eric loves Montgomery.
Let's take Montgomery.
Well, I mean, we get 2 picks.
Dude, we could take Gumby and or not Gumby, Montgomery. Oof, got confused there.
Whoa, we are not taking Gumby.
Montgomery. Take him and Henderson. Travion. You don't like Travion Henderson?
All right.
Yeah.
Can someone in the chat please settle this debate? Who's a better passer, Jalen Hurts or Jaden Daniels? Please, someone.
You don't watch the football games.
Hurts is a good passer.
I watched the NFC East.
I don't think it's a matter of like, oh, Hurts is way better passer or Daniels is way better passer. It's just opportunity. Like, again, I'm telling you, the Eagles are just going to have games this year where their defense just shuts down the other team. Hurts, gets a couple, rushing attempts or, QB sneaks, push, whatever. Saquon does his thing, and he's just going to throw the ball 18 times.
Saquon gets hurt. They're passing upside goes way up.
Yes, but what if he doesn't get hurt?
Well, then I lose again. Congratulations, I lose every year.
So how many passing attempts did he have? 361, and did he play all 17?
No, I think he missed a couple games.
I don't think he missed. Did he? I was just about to say I don't think he did, but I didn't look.
Well, let's say if he played 16, that'd be 22 pass attempts a game. That is not a lot.
Jeez, JMC is just getting a lot of nice value here. Jordan Addison, one of my favorite clicks, in the middle of the 6th round, and JMC has a very astute point about drafting in the 12-13 spot.
Wait. I just need to. I don't watch the games, but I do. But I was right about this one. Just throwing that out there.
He missed one game, maybe.
Maybe I think it was 2. The tough part about the 12-13 is the 1-2 turn is awesome, but you can end up getting sniped at running back and forced into 0 running back, which I don't think is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it would have been so nice if we had like replaced Montgomery and Henderson with Chuba and Ken Walker. I would have felt much better about that team.
Jalen Hurts played 15 games, and I believe the game he got concussed in, he played like 3 snaps. So,
well,
so how many games would you like me to calculate this? He has. If
you're 15,
only...
he played 15. Not my problem. He got concussed.
25 total passing attempts per game, and if you do only 14, it's 27.
Still not a lot.
I'm just shocked he's not rising either with the tush push not being banned. Like there's no news. That's the only news that's ever happened in May.
But isn't it like the thing? Isn't it like, again, like they had it last year, so like it's not like he's getting more of an edge this year. It's just like that. It's like I feel like maybe he would have fallen a smidge if it got banned, but like it doesn't give him more of an edge, right? You know what I mean?
To me, it was he was being priced pre-tush push vote as if the tush push was not getting banned. If it did get banned, he was going to fall. I would imagine he would fall to like, end of the 5th, like the 5-6 turn instead of like the.
Oh my God, I would have taken him every time. I would have had infinite Jalen Hurts. I might have had 100%. That's insane. He should not be going in the 5th round.
You do like the elite QB, don't you? In this generally.
It depends on the price. I think second round's a little bit rich, but 3rd, 4th, 5th, I can be talked into it.
All right. So we're coming up on the clock here. Let's see who we have available.
Sorry, I got distracted. I was arguing.
Aaron Jones correlates with Montgomery, who we take every single draft.
He's always there.
Jones thing.
I like Pacheco.
We could do Josh Downs, who correlates too. I do not.
Love Downs. Yeah. Love Downs.
You like it? You like Downs, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm good with that. So him and Jones.
Yeah, that's him fine. And Daniel Jones get the stack.
No, not Daniel Jones. I meant Aaron Jones.
Oh,
definitely not Daniel Jones.
See how my brain works? Holy shit,
dude!
I just can't stop thinking about Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones and Trey Tucker.
Daniel Jones has imprinted himself in my brain. It's a mental illness
for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
This is another good team.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Pacheco? You like Pacheco?
I'm in on Pacheco. If he burns me, he burns me. But I think he has the chance to be a league winner. And
a lot of people are high on Pacheco, actually, that I've been reading.
Really?
Lately. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it's running back is a position of opportunity, and I mean, who else is he competing with really right now? I think they picked up a running. Is Kareem still there? Mitchell. I thought he died.
No, he came back from the dead.
I don't think so.
He's there. He signed.
I thought he was a free agent.
Pretty sure he signed a 1-year deal.
Oh, he is listed.
Oh, he is there. All right. Well,
he signs. Yeah.
Screw what I just said.
Yeah.
So did you guys see what came out about Pacheco today?
No.
And this was I've liked Pacheco before this, but this just gives me reason to take him. I trust Andy Reid. He's a good guy. Andy Reid told reporters that Pacheco, in quotes, looks tremendous right now. Tremendous, he says.
That's what I was going to say. First of all, that injury he came back from is no joke. And I was shocked that he wasn't immediately out for the season. I genuinely can't believe he came back. So, like, I do give him a pass for looking bad. But, like, I am biased that, like, he looked so fucking bad last year.
I'm going to take Pacheco probably 20% of my drafts. And if he burns me, he burns me. It's an 8th round pick, whatever. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be very happy.
Badgeless, naked Mahomes, snipes crutches, 2 picks before. I'm sure he's going to react very normally to this. He won't be upset.
Also, did you see the other news that came out about Rashee Rice? There's a lot of news about the Chiefs today. Mahomes told reporters that Rashee Rice has no limitations and that the only reason he wasn't at OTAs today was because of an illness and not related to his injury.
What was his injury? ACL?
I believe it was a torn ACL.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
But it was also early in the season. It was like week 3 or 4 that he got hurt, if I recall.
can't have no limitations until 9 months.
Yeah, you can't drive nearly as fast with a torn ACL, so that might be a good thing.
Yeah, true. That is true.
No limitations except the speed limit.
Yeah.
I wonder what the date of his surgery was. Let's see. Let's do some research. Week 4. Oh, that was kind of early.
Damn, that's pretty good, huh?
Oh, he also had a posterolateral corner injury too. That's not as good.
Yeah, it's above my knowledge grade. I'm going to let the PT.
He also had his LCL repaired.
So should I be out on Rashi Rice?
I don't think being out is smart, but that makes me a little scared. But
if good news keeps coming, he's gonna
we need
rise.
to remember we're trying for the playoff weeks. So like
it's Chiefs Devils magic. It doesn't matter.
That is Chiefs magic, true.
remember they didn't. Well, I'll talk about this after we make this pick. So we're coming up.
Anyone standing out? I like Charbonnet.
Charbonnet's fun.
He's always a fun click.
You know who I like? You're not going to like this. No one likes this. I like Holston Loveland.
Yeah, I'm not a Loveland guy. I mean, you can take him if you want, but he's not inspiring.
What do you think, Anthony? I also like Shahid. I think Shahid's good.
I was out on him for a while, but Ben Johnson reportedly really likes Loveland. And he does not like Cole Kmet. I don't know if you guys heard anything about that, but apparently he thinks Cole Kmet is
no one
a
likes
idiot.
Cole Kmet. All right, Anthony, you decide Shahid or Loveland.
I'll say screw it. Let's just go Loveland. I'm sorry, Brian.
No, it's okay.
I think that's my first
good to
time
get exposure to a guy I'll never take.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever taken him. But I do like him. He's someone I want to start targeting.
No, Ben Johnson really likes him from what I've heard and hates Kmet. So Kmet might be riding pine.
Who doesn't hate Kmet? Everyone hates Kmet.
Loveland just never – nothing I saw from him impressed me. I don't know. Maybe I was looking at it on a bad day.
Well, his quarterback situation was arguably one of the most pathetic quarterback situations for a defending national champion that you'll ever see in your life at Michigan his last year. I mean, it was disgusting. They had a man at quarterback that could not throw 5 yards.
Who was the quarterback? Do you even know?
Davis Warren. And then they also had
that is a backup quarterback name right there.
Yes, it is. And they also had another quarterback who had another fun name. His name was Alex Orji.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
He was kind of like a running back.
That's fun.
So, yeah. Fun QB room for the defending national champions last year.
That was fun stuff.
I always learn something talking to Anthony. Every time.
Yeah. Davis Warren and Alex Orji. What a room.
Knicks are up by 16, by the way, for those that are interested.
Is it in the third right now, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to blow it. Plenty of time to blow it.
So Shilly, this guy just wins MLB dailies every single day. He's actually never had a losing slate, and he likes Loveland, so I'm in.
Huh.
That's all it took.
Yep.
Did you do anything with NFL or just MLB?
Crutches is not happy that we took Loveland. He called me 3 slurs in a row.
Well, tell Crutches I tried to stop you.
Oh, that is funny.
Well, because we took Loveland that does no stacking, no correlation at all.
Just for shits and gigs, if you hate Loveland, I just looked it up because I was just curious. So Davis Warren last year, who again was the starting quarterback for the defending national champion Michigan Wolverines, last year he had 7 touchdowns and 9 picks. So that's what Loveland was working with.
Wait, that's actually 7 touchdowns in 12 games?
I don't know if he played all 12, but he had 7 touchdowns and 9 picks. So he was -2 touchdown to interception ratio.
It's not what you want. Speaking of which, CJ Stroud going 20 picks ahead of ADP is also not what you want when we have Nico.
Yeah, we have a quarterback.
I think it was 8 games or 9.
Still not what you want.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, let's look at our team.
Easy as a Michigan, or Anthony as a Michigan man, take it easy on us.
I'm going to bounce back this year. I love Michigan this year.
I did not know JMC was a Michigan guy. That is.
Nor did I. So we could go T-Law. We can always go Bryce.
Yeah, I prefer Bryce.
And we're finally going to take Trevor Lawrence.
We can. No? I mean, those will probably be our 2 quarterbacks. Nope.
Yes.
What are your guys? Have you guys had any new thoughts on the Jacksonville running back room?
I can be talking to anyone except ETN.
That's kind of crazy to think that you're saying that.
Anthony,
I'm not saying you're wrong, but
yeah,
just what a fall from grace. Yeah, I mean, right now it's pretty murky, right? But I mean, we always say like we want to target those murky running back rooms, right? I mean, that's what we've kind of been preaching and banging the drum on. So, yeah, I mean, ETN I think is probably out for me, but Tootin and who's the other guy? Bigsby. I don't really like him either, but somebody's going to emerge.
I like Bigsby.
It could be
I'm
fun.
Bigsby guy every year.
You're always a Bigsby guy for some reason. He did. His metrics were way better this year, like this past season, than 2 years ago, though.
Crutch just said that we have a sick team, and then in parentheses said it's not.
Can we do? Let's do Hollywood for the double with Worthy.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking unstacked Hollywood.
You don't understand how to win.
I'm taking Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, we get 2 picks.
Yeah, and then who else?
Hollywood Brown.
But like, why?
Because we have Worthy, and we're betting on Kansas City.
All right, fine. I hate it. I hate it. Let the record show that I hate that pick.
Can JMC please help me out, brother? Tell Gumby that taking 2 players on the same team when you don't have their quarterback is good process. Please, somebody smarter, somebody that he trusts more than me, apparently.
Wait, somebody will say, and then it'll be like, "Oh, I'm convinced now." As soon as one person says it, he's going to say,
"I need Chili." If Chili says it, if Chili says it, I'm in.
My man,
that's what I need.
Please tell me. I'll stake 5 DBM entries for you to just tell me.
It's bad process.
I don't know how that's true.
Oh, it depends on the team.
Oh, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Someone, come on. Who's next?
I mean, I'm not saying like if you take Bijan and Drake London, if you get that 1-2 pairing, like obviously if you don't take Penix, like that's big. But taking Hollywood Brown, taking like a guy in the 4th round and a guy in the 12th round on the same team without the quarterback. Not that I'm trying to do it, but if it happens to work out that way, I think it's fine.
I would avoid it intentionally. I think it's that bad. because if Hollywood Brown and Rashid Rice are both in the Week 17 team, you probably need Mahomes.
Not necessarily. If one
not
of them
necessarily,
there,
but probably we're doing probabilities here. We're not doing definitely's.
Like there's been time, like I know I forget who it was. Might have been Liam's team that won. He had, what are you rolling your eyes at? He had Jamar Chase and T. Higgins on the team without Burrow. And you know what happened? Jamar Chase had 40 points in Week 17. Josh Allen had 25 points, less of a delta between, having the guy you need on the skill position versus the quarterback, the most replaceable score out there. And he won, and it was fine.
We should do whatever Liam did, we should do. Very sharp man.
It worked. I'm not saying that's
quarterback. I feel more fine. I also think this is true as well. This is a good point.
Well, newsflash, we have a non-elite quarterback.
Crutch just said that he checked if we were stacking up anyone, and he was going to light his $25 on fire to ruin our stack because he's very upset that we took Loveland. That's so funny. I assume Liam was intending to get Burrow and got sniped. I think that's probably true.
Oh, that's absolutely true. But I'm just saying, like, it is. What if Hollywood's the guy you need in Week 16, and then Worthy's the guy you need in Week 17, and you have both of them?
You want Mahomes.
Yeah, you want Mahomes.
The odds are that Mahomes is optimal in at least one of those 2 weeks, or not optimal, whatever. Top 5 quarterback, and that's what. Yeah,
top 5 quarterback. And guess what? If he has 25 points and somebody else on your team unrelated to that game has 22, you're still probably going to advance.
Why do you stack in the BRs if you can just get another quarterback to replace it?
It's different. It's different when
it's the same thing.
It's not, because it's three slates you have to win back to back to back, not one slate. And you have a roster of 18 teams.
It's not fine. It's unfine.
I'm just going to keep doing what I think is right.
I respect that. It
just feels good.
Do we want to do Bryce Young here? I like Bryce Young. I
Garendo to stack with Colston Loveland.
Okay.
We could tell Crutches to go screw himself.
Oh, that's a fun little stack. Garendo and Loveland.
The stack nobody knew they needed.
Let me go call Crutches some slurs and let him know we got our week 17 stack.
That's correct. And you know what? Maybe we'll even take Jacob Cowing.
Who is he with? Oh, he's on the Niners.
He's
right?
the wide receiver. He's like the fifth receiver
Jesus.
on the Niners.
Yeah, he's a bum. I thought I saw something that Pearsall got hurt today.
Tweaked his hamstring.
Oh boy.
That's another guy. Gets shot, tweaks a hamstring, injury prone.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. BR much larger field. Listen, JMC. Brian didn't realize that.
I did.
I didn't realize that, so we were just going to ignore that. We were just going to go past that. There was no need to bring this up. Although I still stand by it. It's very bad.
Does JMC live in Detroit? Because if he does, then I think getting shot is injury prone there. So might not be the furthest thing from the truth. Hopefully you don't live in Detroit, JMC, or you might not join the stream again.
I think he lives in Pennsylvania.
Or he may not appreciate the joke.
Yeah.
Or he might not appreciate
we
the
just
joke.
lost 2 viewers instantly. I think that someone probably was from Detroit.
For what it's worth, other than the Giants, I'll root for the Lions.
I told Crutches, I said we got the week 17 correlation, and he said, "I will kill you." I don't live in Michigan, just college there.
Gotcha. I mean,
Who goes to Michigan on purpose.
You know what's
Good
funny?
choice.
I can't tell you a single player other than the last 18 players we have.
What'd you say?
I don't remember who's on our team other than Hollywood, Bryce, and Garendo.
We'll make it a surprise reveal, an unboxing.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay, let's see. Do we want to do the Daniel Jones thing? I kind of
No.
want to.
No.
We're just
Kilo
doing
and
2
Bryce
quarterbacks.
Young are fine. They're fine.
That's kind of late for 2 quarterbacks to just do 2.
Well, when you draft, you have to draft like you're right. Kilo and Bryce Young are going to be elite. We only need 2.
All right. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably a 3 tight end team.
There's your Mason Taylor. He's young and hot, man.
Yeah,
You gotta
young and
take
hot.
him.
We have to go there.
I would go Schultz to stack with Nico.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
No, but I don't feel like arguing anymore. You defeated me. I'm a defeated man. What do you guys think about Rico Dowdle?
As
Not
opposed
much
to
of him.
Rico Suave.
Yeah.
I don't think about him much. He's not somebody who passes through my head at night when I lay my head on the pillow. I'll tell
He's
you
not
that.
young and hot enough.
No.
I am curious. It's going to be one of those things where either he's going to be a great pick after week 1 when it's like, oh, Chuba has 15 touches, Dowdle has 10. Or it's going to be like Chuba was going way too late at the 5-6 turn, got 25 touches and was on the field 90% of the snaps.
Well, I think Dowdle is mostly a play for if Chuba gets hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
They
he's
drafted a running back too, though.
Who?
ETN. The running back 3.
If you didn't like Travis Etienne, well, let's try his brother. See if you like him.
No
any better.
thanks. All right, let's see what we got here.
Pat
Mason
Bryant
Taylor.
correlates with our Kansas City double.
Oh my god, that just makes me want to end it all.
Wait, who did you say? Did you say who?
Pat
I said
Bryant.
Pat Bryant to
Pat
correlate
Bryant.
with
All right.
Xavier
Are we good with
Worthington.
Mason Taylor for the first pick?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, what do we think about the second pick?
Well, Mason
Bryant
Taylor
is so
correlates
good.
with Trevion.
I guess I'm okay with either Pat Bryant or Keenan Allen, I guess.
Keenan Allen. Why would we take him?
I would rather take the guy on a team.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
We don't have to.
Let's go. Team is safe.
Whatever, we'll do it. I hate this team. That should have been a quarterback. That should have been Daniel Jones, and then figure it out later.
We could still take Daniel Jones. You act like Daniel Jones goes in like the 10th round. He's not going drafted.
Someone's gonna pick him.
No, he's not. No, Crutches might to spite you, but other than that, no one's taking him.
Theo, this guy knows ball.
Uh-oh. Prepare for the Theo Slayton
Wandale,
Will
Dart.
Shipley.
Jalen Hyatt. Is he still alive, or is he in the CFL now?
Caught a touchdown in OTAs yesterday.
Did he really?
He did from Jackson Dart.
From Montreal in the CFL.
For the New York Giants for Jackson Dart.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, they're using all the guys that they don't care about right now. So if they get hurt, nobody important got hurt. Jalen Hyatt, run him out there.
Neighbors is
Hyatt,
hurt.
I know, like I said, it means nothing this early. Hyatt was with the starters.
I mean, the starters might have.
He was with the starters
than...
doing what? Going out to lunch? Getting
Well,
Chick-fil-A?
also picking up the lunch.
Also, neighbors wasn't playing either. He has a little toe injury, a big toe actually.
Oh, is it the big? I was wondering which toe it was.
I think it's a big toe.
What kind of injury could that be that bothered him from college? Is that like something like Judge has?
Probably turf toe. That doesn't really go away.
What's the symptoms of turf toe?
Hurts like
your big toe hurts.
That's it.
Yeah, but it really hurts, man.
It really hurts. It's not. It's painful.
Is it really?
Painful. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Crutches takes Jarquez Hunter in every single draft.
Really? Well, he's totally different than Kyron Williams. Like different player, different build, different running style.
I think Kyron's a free agent after this year.
Yeah, they're apparently negotiating a contract, but I don't really believe that.
Sean McVay said that they were, as did Kyron.
Yeah, we'll see. Kendre, your boy.
Ooh, Kendre.
Yeah.
Nice.
Although I do think Jarquez Hunter is a good pick. I mean, third round running back, right? Third round. And a lot of like film bros are in on him. So he's probably a good pick. I think there's a chance that he might just be they always say they don't want to use Kyron as much as they do, and they just still do it. Maybe Blake Corum was just really bad.
Yeah, he might be getting phased out.
He might just be really bad.
He's definitely getting phased. To me, I would rather take Hunter over Corum.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. It's not even close.
I mean, their ADPs are similar, are they not?
Really? I feel like Corum's kind of undraftable, to be honest. But
yeah, he is.
Like I said, I always lose anyway. So
yeah, 201. They're going right around in the same.
ETR likes him though.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I know.
He's a 7.8 for us. Stay away.
All right, Daniel Jones. Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna make us do it.
I think yeah.
Okay. Who's the other pick?
I don't know. We can either go tight end or something else. The problem is the tight end.
Woody Marks.
Woody Marks.
You're a Woody Marks guy?
I am a Woody Marks guy, actually.
Anthony, are you a Woody Marks guy?
No.
It's the 18th round. I'll be whatever guy you want.
That's the most ringing endorsement I've ever gotten from Anthony. So we'll take Woody Marks.
I don't know why, but I just have a good vibe about Woody Marks. It just feels good.
Crutches, before we picked, Crutches said we're minus 500 to take Dart Theo Slayton.
No, that was the last draft.
It does not cash. Yeah, that was last draft. Does not cash. We go with the Daniel Jones stack. The other Giants quarterback instead.
Eric, why don't you recap this team before we get out of here?
Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, Daniel Jones, David Montgomery, Travion Henderson, Aaron Jones, Charbonnet, Garendo, Woody Marks, Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, Xavier Worthy, Ted McMillan, Josh Downs, Hollywood, Pat Bryant, Colston Loveland, and Mason Taylor.
Should we look at JMC's team quickly to see how he did?
We'll look at JMC's team, but we're not looking at Crutch's team because he called me bad names.
Understandable.
Let me just load the big draft board. JMC goes with Jahmyr Gibbs, Ladd McConkey, Breece Hall, Devontae Smith. That's such a nice nice Jalen Hurts fall. I love that so much. I'm kind of jealous. Addison, Jaden Reed, Igbuka. Another good pick.
All right.
About him. I think he's a great pick at 16.
Yeah, he's a great pick. Loved him since Feb.
I thought you hated him a week ago.
Igbuka? Igbuka was my man.
No, not you. I thought Gumby.
Yeah, I realize he's good at football, and you should probably draft him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Eric will slowly come around to my having two Kansas City wide receivers on the team without Mahomes.
I will not come to that.
Months when Crutch tells him it's fine.
I will not come around to that.
Yes, you will.
Dallas Goedert, Quentin Johnston, Austin Eckler, Will Shipley, early on Will Shipley there. Adonai Mitchell, Dontavian Wicks, and Curtis Samuel.
Good team. I like it.
Appreciate you, Best Ball on Call. Appreciate it.
It's a fun name. I like that.
Any closing thoughts? Go Knicks.
Yeah.
Go Knicks.
The 3-1
They'll-
comeback starts tonight.
Yep.
What you should do. Let me just check the score real quick before we get out of here. Knicks
They're up by
are
20.
currently up by 18 with 1 minute left in the third. I would probably put $20 on the Pacers to win. You'll probably get like 15-1 odds. It's going to be a good bet.
Stop it.
Just check back with us in a week.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll be live again next week.
Thanks for
Appreciate it.
stopping in.